Welcome, everybody. How's things? Let's see. Audio settings, original sound. Okay, we should be on. Okay, everyone can hear music now, right? Okay, cool. Just letting a few people in. No rage. Boo. Feel free to, if you can't hear my music, just I don't know if you've got Spotify or like an iPod or your phone or something like that if you're not on it right now, but search up like your favorite meditation playlist with just like some just chilled out, relaxed type music. Uh, it's kind of like, for those of you who can hear this music, how would you describe this? Kind of floaty, calm, just meditative. So search something up if you can, and just press play, and play it the whole way through. And I'll tell you when to turn the music down if you need to. All right. So for tonight, what I would like to do, spa music. There we go. That's the one. Okay, so for tonight, what I would like to do is I'd invite you to just try and find a comfortable place to sit. Uh, you can also, when we get into the breathing parts of tonight, I invite you to lay down if you want to. You can do that either on camera or off camera. I'll have my eyes closed most of it, so I won't be able to see you. So for those of you watching the recording, if you're doing this, if you're participating while you're driving or swimming in the water, maybe do something else today. Don't do this while you're driving or in water. Because if you fall asleep, that would not be optimal. But if you're laying down and all of a sudden you just go to sleep and you don't hear us end the call tonight, hey, that's pretty cool. Have a good sleep. All right. Up a ladder? Yeah, that too. No ladders while you're on heights. Yeah, that's a really good addition. Nothing while you're up a height. Okay. So I'm wondering. No, before I do that. So tonight, what we're going to do is just have a real lane change from what we've been doing recently. And if you've been feeling mentally exhausted, or if you've been going through the what are some synonyms with that? Mentally exhausted, going through the ringer, feeling stuck, stretched in all directions, pulled at the seams. What? Anyone else got any other feelings for how they're feeling? Let us know. But if you're feeling like that, tonight should be really nice. It's just a calm down, a land into where you're at right now. So I hope this feels really nice and that you leave tonight feeling really nice, feeling really good. And because we're recording this, you can do this over and over and over again. Be with me 1 second. There we go. All right. I'm wondering, guys, if you can give yourself permission to just be here right now. be here, land in this moment, in this time, in this place, and give yourself permission to just be here now. And in the chat, I'd actually like a reply to that. Like, can you be here, or are you all over the place? Are you just kind of like half here, half in, half out? Cool. Yes, 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 yep. Love it. So nice. Cool. And if you can't, that's totally good. Good, now I've shut the noisy door. Yeah, keep those rascals outside. It was so nice to meet some of you in real life up in Brisbane last night. That was so nice. Billy and I were so excited to catch up with you. We've literally just got home in the last 2 hours, I think. So yeah, need to calm the nervous system tonight. I love it. Beautiful. All right, so I'm wondering if you could just find a comfortable place, just sit back, and we're going to just go through a little process right now. It's called a clearing of the now. And some of you have already done this. We've got this on our Spark. It's like one of the first things that you'll ever do, and we're just going to do that now. So closing your eyes, getting really comfortable, and just breathing. Just hear what you hear, notice what you notice, and allow yourself to just notice those things. That might sound funny, it might sound strange, but you don't have to force anything out. Some of you might have a lot on your mind right now. Your nervous system might be a little bit cooked. Got more than 7 to 10 things on your mind, 7 to 9. Just for you and your benefit, with your hands or your arms or your fingers, just make the size of how much stuff is on your mind right now. Is it a lot? Is it a little? How much stuff? Beautiful. Cool. Awesome. And with your eyes closed, just noticing what is in your now. What is now on your mind? What's the content? See if you can notice. Bring your attention to those things, those items. Just be aware of the content. You might have a list of things that just roll off the tongue or off the mind. Just notice those things as the music fades out. Notice how those things are organized. And now I'd like you to notice that your unconscious mind, it can organize the things that are on your mind. Puts the like with the like, the same with the same. It organizes by theme. For example, family with family, work with work, and so on and so on. You're probably noticing right now that as you pay attention to the things on your mind, effortlessly and easily you can link things up, like with like. Just notice that. Go ahead and take 3 deep breaths. Breathing out and noticing what you notice. Breathing in again, and as you breathe out, confident that your mind can work whether you like it or not. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, know that your unconscious mind has your back. Good. And I'd like you to allow your unconscious mind now to just notice what's in your now, that it's not really a now thing. For example, the thing you're going to do tomorrow, or the stuff that you're going to do after this call tonight. Those things might be better off in the future. And that thing that you did just before now, before you jumped on the call, the things, conversations, the activities, those things might be better in the past. Just notice your unconscious mind. It can organize and transport those things in your now that belong in your future and your past. And it can put them there in your future and your past. Just notice that. Take a couple of big, deep breaths. And as you do that, just notice that your mind can automatically sort now and future and now and past. Just breathe and notice. Just notice that. Good. And now I'd like you to go into where you store your future. Just notice the things that are there, and allow your unconscious mind to now organize the things in your future. Put like with like, same with same, even organizing near future with near future and sorting that out and differentiating distant future. Sorting and organizing theme, timelines. This happens effortlessly and easily, doesn't it? Just notice that you can make sense in your unconscious mind of the future. Take 3 deep breaths. Big deep breath in. And as you breathe out, say, I am grateful for my experiences. Big deep breath in. And as you breathe out and say, there is a gift in every experience. Take a big deep breath in. I can live my life intentionally. Good job. And I'd like you to go into where you store your past. Just notice what's here. What pops up? And allow your unconscious mind now to organize the things here. Just putting the like with the like, sorting and organizing. And this happens effortlessly and easily. Just like that. Take 3 big deep breaths. And as you breathe out, go big deep breath in. And as you breathe out, go big deep breath in. And try and make this the longest R in the world. Good job. Now, some things might have been brought to your awareness that you didn't know they were on your mind. And so what I'd like to do now is just pop a little bit of a timer on, and I'll get you to just grab a pen and a paper, and we're just going to do a good old brain dump. We're going to go for 5 minutes. This might seem like a long time, but we're going to go for 5 minutes, and you're just going to write whatever's on your mind down. And rewind. Draw a line down the page. On the right hand side, you're just going to write like a brain dump, the things that are on your mind on the right hand side of your page. On the left hand side, you're going to write intentions, like goals, action steps, to-dos, things like that. So it's just like, this is on my mind. After a while, it might be a bit of a blur, but just try and keep that left column for action steps. All right. And in this 5 minutes, we're just going to brain dump, intentions, action steps, just get stuff off our minds. Sometimes our mental exhaustion is just because it's just so much up here. So now we're in a better state, a more resourceful state. Let's go ahead and brain dump. I'm going to go on mute, and I'm going to actually do this too. Let's go for 5 minutes. feel free to keep jotting things down if you find this very helpful. Some things to brain dump that are really nice when it comes to nervous system regulation are where you've been losing your your knee jerk reactions. You go to the doctor. I don't know, David, if you ever do this, like you grab the hammer, donk, and the knee extends and the leg extends, like to check nervous reaction. Anyway, I think sometimes we have, not sometimes, it's usually it's every day we'll have these actions that we take without us even trying. It's just an automatic knee-jerk reaction. Sometimes we're okay. You know, it's not a problem, and even if we did notice it, it's not a problem. We don't mind it. It's all good. But there's some knee-jerk reactions that we have that we go through that that we're not okay with anymore. That are turning into a bit of a problem. Now, there's two ways we can look at that. We can get really down on ourselves and just say, "Oh, you stupid idiot, you dumb head," like get real shamey about it. Or we can take our power back and we can start thinking, "All right, yeah, okay, that wasn't optimal. That's okay, that's not my best self. I'm showing up, knee jerk reaction that just came out. I just was that way. What am I going to do about it?" And I think that's some really lovely stuff to brain dump out. It's like, when am I knee jerk reacting in a not optimal, not resourceful way? And um, like, can I spot any consistent patterns there? And what am I feeling about myself? What are these beliefs and meanings I have about myself? And then you can tie it into the work that you've been doing in Spark. It's like, what's this related to my, how is this related to my deepest root cause and my deep core wounds? And so those sort of brain dumps are really awesome. And if you can do them every day, multiple times a day, even, like, just, why didn't I do that? Well, then you're really taking your power back. You're really taking ownership of your personal growth. What we're going to do now is move into some breath work. I've got an app on my phone that's called Breathwork. I've shown a few of you this before, but this has it's really cool. It's got all my favorite breathwork techniques, but it's got a visual to it, and so and you can download it. It does cost to, like, there is a fee for the app, but if you're like me and if you like apps that really serve a good function and a purpose, breath work is really good. I will show you. Check this out. Where's share screen? Share screen. Okay, here's my health apps. Calm. Oh, that's probably blurry, but it's called Breathwork. BR, like, I think it's breath and then just W. Where's the other one? WRK. WRK. Yeah. This one that we're about to do is called pregame. It's box breathing. And so box breathing is where you breathe in for a period of time, you hold your breath for a period of time, you breathe out for a period of time, and you hold your breath for a period of time. Now, I was a personal trainer for a long time, and so I don't know how many personal trainers you guys know, but almost all personal trainers can't count properly. So that's me. So the really beautiful thing about this app is that I don't have to count. I just press play and it goes. So we're going to go for 6 minutes. And this is, I bet you that if you've got a lot of things on your mind at the moment, that your mind is going to wander. And so I would invite you to just keep your pen and paper handy because if it just keeps coming up, just write the thing down and just stop thinking about it. Just write it down and then come back to it later. Bring your attention as soon as you can, gently back to the breath, and then just pick up where you can. And we're going to go 6 seconds in, 6 seconds hold, 6 seconds breathing out, 6 seconds hold. So what's that? 24 seconds of breath cycle. All right. Yeah. Anyway, and we'll go for 6 minutes. Cool. All right. So finding a comfortable place to sit, or you can lie down if you want to. No ladders, no swimming, no driving. And pressing start in 3, 2, 1. Taking a big deep breath in. Holding. And breathing out slowly. Holding. Breathing in. Hold. And out. Holding. Breathe all the way into your belly. Feel your belly, then feel your chest. Hold. And relax your shoulders and your face as you breathe out. Hold. Breathing in. And out. Let everything out. Nice and soft. Holding the breath. Breathe into your belly and then into your chest. And out. Holding. Breathing in. Hold. And out. Holding the breath. In. Hold. And out. Holding the breath. Breathing in. Hold. And out. In. Holding. And out. Breathing in. Hold. And out. Holding the breath. Breathing in. Hold. And out. Holding the breath. Breathing in. Holding. And down. Breathing in, all the way in. And slowly all the way out. 1 more minute to go. Breathe all the way in. Hold it there. And out. Last breath in. Holding. Breathing out. Holding the breath. And breathe normally. Good job. Just allow your breath to come back to normal. So in the app, that's called pre-game. That's just a simple 6, 6, 6, 6, 6 by 6 minutes. In a moment, we'll move into a different shape of breath. This one is going to be a circle. So tonight we're going to do 3 of my favorite shapes. It's a box. We've just done a box, square, and this one is a circle, and then we'll do a triangle. If you've got the breathwork app, this one is called Okinaga. And it was apparently used by ninjas to control their breathing before they went into battle. So tonight, you guys can be ninjas. And we're going to go for 4 minutes on this one. That's totally okay, Mish. No worries. And anyone, if you're starting to feel maybe faint or dizzy, just kind of put a time out on the breath work. Do you need to breathe out of your mouth? So my favorite advice for tonight would be you can breathe through any hole that you want. Ears, eyes, nose, mouth, whatever comes out. So I think there's a lot of science for breathing mostly throughout the day through your nose. So I think if you want to add that into your practice tonight, breathing through your nose, just through your nose, that's totally okay. I think at least breathe in through your nose is a cool thing. But if you've got a blocked nose, if anyone's got a blocked nose tonight, then that would be force. Like you're trying to force it through the nose. And I think that is a stress, and that is counterproductive to my goals for tonight. So um, if you find it's just easier to do mouth, then just do mouth for tonight. But I think long term, mostly breathing through the nose throughout the day is an awesome goal. All right, so this one's going to be 15 seconds breathing in. We've done this on a call before. So it's 15 seconds breathing in and 15 seconds breathing out. Now, if you struggle to do the circle, like, and you end up having a little breath hold at the top, you might turn this into a triangle instead of a circle. Do you know what I mean? Like, it might be a breathe in. I've breathed all the way in. Now I'm holding my breath. Then you breathe out. So that's a triangle. So try and, with the 4 minutes of practice, bring your attention to breathing in a circle. Breathing fully in 15 seconds and then fully out in 15 seconds. So you got kind of like get the timing right. Now try and breathe into your belly rather than like up top and stressing shoulders. Like, just to have a nice belly breath where your tummy expands. You might even find it helpful to put a hand over your belly button, just so you, or even under your ribs probably is better place than the belly button. Uh let's get into it. All right, comfortable place to sit. Lay down if you want to. Any hole's a goal. Breathe in through your nose or your mouth. Try and go the 15 seconds in and 15 seconds out. All right. 3, 2, 1. And a big deep breath in and a big deep breath out. And here we go. Breathing in for 15. And out. Breathing in. 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 And out. Nice and slow. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And allow your breathing to come back nice and normal. How did you go with that? Let me know your um how you went, how you felt. I know if I'm focused on saying when to breathe in and breathe out, I don't focus on breathing slowly in. And so this is a really good training for me to like focus. It's like, yep, focus on my breathing and my speaking. Otherwise, I turn into a triangle. Let's see. Manage better. Cool. So why the different shapes? So it's the shapes thing is just a. I think it's just to help you remember how to breathe, like technique wise. Nothing life shattering about the shapes. It's just the pattern of the retention, if that makes sense. So that one was a circle. If I was to write a breathwork textbook, I would go some circle breathwork patterns, some triangle breathwork stuff. And then, so they're really basic. And then you can get into other ones where there's like retentions, long retentions. So it's a bit more complex. Okay. Loved it. Really good, Jay. Cool. That one was hard, Joe. Yeah. Which one, what part, Joe, was hard for you? Was it like the breathing in? I know it's harder for me to do the breathe in. Yeah. You turned it into a triangle. Yeah. So it's like a breathe. It's like, oh, I've got nowhere to go. I'm holding my breath. Yeah. That's cool. You got distracted, Sharon. You couldn't keep it up. That's cool. That's interesting that you noticed that. Um, like, was it anything interesting that you were getting distracted by, or was it um, weird things? The way I had my feet on my chair, I didn't have my feet on the ground for this one. Uh, I was getting a little like it was digging into me because I took my shoes off to do this. So I've got my feet, and it was just kind of digging in. So that was a distraction for me, and so I thought that was really nice to have that physical. Like it wasn't causing me any harm, but it was a pressure that I could feel. Fiona Foreman, my back relaxed, nice. Felt my spine crackling. Interesting. That's cool. I love it. So we'll move into oh gee, I think this one just Googled a bit about Okinaga specifically. Oh, cool. I'd love to know what you came up with. Um, this one. Okay, so this one is a triangle breath. Someone smarter than me can tell me what kind of triangle it is. It's 4 seconds in, 4 seconds in, a 4 second hold, and then a 6 second exhale. It's kind of like a flipped isosceles triangle. No, right angle. I don't know. Oh, cool. It is well known that the amygdala plays a critical role in the development of stress responses and anxiety. It has been reported that nerve cells in the amygdala fire less by prolonged expiration, so breathing out longer. But clear evidence has not been shown. As a ninja technique, there is an extremely prolonged expiratory breathing technique called Okinaga, which keeps expiration for 1 minute. 1 minute, cool. As a pilot study, I examined brain changes by Okinaga with fMRI. Hey, is this by James Nestor? Is that where you is that the author of that quote in his book Breath? Can't be right angle. 4 squared plus 4 squared does not equal 6 squared. You could say anything and I'd be like, oh. Teruhuso Komori. Cool. Yeah. I skipped that day at school, Fiona. Maths nerd. I love it. So I need to come see you for guitars and maths tutoring. I love it. Okay. So this one is 4 4 6. So 4 seconds in, a 4 second hold, and then a 6 second exhale. And we'll do this for what does this one go for? This one's a short one. It goes for 3 minutes 30. All right. So before we get into it, we'll just do it. This is called a clearing breath. It's where you breathe in. Like there's no science to that. It's just so you can start the action, start the breath work on an inhale. Okay. So everybody take a clearing breath, breathing in, breathing out. And breathe in for 4. Hold for 4. Breathing out for 6. Breathing in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding. And breathing out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4. Holding. And out. In. And out. Breathing in. Hold. And out. In. Holding. And out. Relax the shoulders as you breathe into the belly all the way, holding and out. Hold and let it go. Breathing in, hold it there and let it go. Nice and relaxed face and shoulders. In, hold and out. Breathing in, hold it and out. 1 more minute to go. And out. Breathing in, hold, and let go. Breathing in, holding it, let it go. Breathing in, holding, let it go. And let your breath come back to normal. How was that one? I love that Fern just put that quote in the chat about breathing out longer. That's the Chris word for it. Extremely prolonged expiration suppresses left amygdala function. Or, in Chris's languages, breathing out for longer. uh, if you can breathe out longer than you breathe in, it helps you to calm down. It's hard to breathe in rapidly and out more slowly. Is that what you mean, David? Like it's a bit more challenging. Yeah. Yeah, I find that actually to be I find uh the triangle breath where there's no retention at the end of the cycle. I find that tricky if I'm not focusing on what I'm doing. But that's just me. I don't know if anyone else feels like that. All right. So what I'd like to do now is just open up the chat for questions and answers for a little bit of time, maybe like 10-15 minutes if unless there's no questions. Feel free to go off mute if you want to. But just yeah, have a little bit of time for Q&As. For those of you who don't necessarily have questions, maybe you've got some more stuff that you wanted to brain dump and get out. Um, and also out of the intentions that you wrote down on your sheet, on your paper, is there something that stands out to you as more important that you really think, yeah, I really want to put some priority onto that? Um, Feel free to have a little bit more of a brain dump or ask some questions. Is there anybody that has any questions that you wanted to bring up? If you're a smoker, you do all these breathing exercises to relax. Do you know, I actually, so I was listening to a podcast somewhere. Maybe it was even in James Nestor's book, but he was talking about cigarette smoking and you get the nicotine relaxation, but you also most smokers go outside to smoke. So you're getting fresh air, you're getting sunshine. Well, maybe not fresh air. It's just not inside air. You're getting air, you're getting sun, and so although it's contaminated by a cigarette, it doesn't surprise me that like when you add all those things up, you get the chemical calming, but you get also the positive calming sensations from the sun. You're outside. You're usually with people as well. If so, I don't know if I actually never have smoked ever in my life. But some people who smoke hang out with others. Plus they're breathing. They're actually breathing. So um, long inhales. Many reasons, not just the cigarette itself, helps people to relax. Does anyone else have any questions? It can be about breath work. It can be about nervous system regulation. It can be about spark. It can be logistical. Or if you want to, feel free to call it a night and nick off and go to bed if you'd like to. But I'm gonna hang out for some cues. Why does it make you yawn so much afterwards? Yeah. Okay. So I think you're calming down. I th- that's my personal thought on the matter. Uh, you're calming down. You're slowing your breath down. Yeah, it's a sign of parasympathetic activation. So the way I remember those two words, sympathetic and parasympathetic, is para is no worries, Nicole. Catch you later. Um, so parasympathetic, so paralyzed. It's kind of like you stop, you slow down. Or sympathetic starts with an S, so it's so does stress. So if you're stressed, your sympathetic nervous system is on. When you're breathing slowly and intentionally, um, you can't yawn when you're stressed. Like it's impossible. Oh wow, that's interesting. I actually didn't know that. That's that's makes me want to like deep dive into a wormhole of yawning. No worries, Sharon. Um, so why you're relaxing, you're calming down, and actually, when you yawn as well, you get more oxygen into the brain. I don't even know. I don't know if that's science or not, but I learnt that at uni, so I would assume it's science. My lecturer told me. I'm interested. Can't yawn or usually don't yawn. Is that like you the same sort of thing as when you sneeze, you can't keep your eyes open? That might be. See you, Kathleen. Um, yeah, maybe in regards to the stress and the yawning thing, I wonder if there's it makes it yeah, I really want to look into that, like especially around adrenal fatigue.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's interesting because I yawning is one of my um, indicators. I like 6 months ago, I was just constantly yawning all day because I was so tired. Adrenal fatigue, stage 2 adrenal fatigue is what came up, and it's gone away in the last few months. But this last 6 weeks have been pretty busy, and I'm flat out and a bit stressed, and I've been back to yawning.
Yeah, right.
Interesting. Mm.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, and then I wonder, you know how if someone yawns and then you yawn, it's kind of like a contagious yawn. So uh so well what's that about, right? So there's something vibey going on there. Um uh Apparently menstruation is the same with when you're in a group of women and your over time your menstrual cycles starts to sync up. Has anyone ever noticed that? People that you connect with. I wonder if that's the same with menstrual cycle. I don't know. It's interesting. It's almost tribal. Yeah, so cool. Yeah, and I wonder where I was going, I don't know how to even say this, but you know how so Fern, you can't yawn when you're stressed or anxious, but Fiona, when you're really stretched out, and bit over overwhelmed, you do. Yawn. So I wonder if is that physiological or is that more in the metaphysical side of things? Do you know what I mean? Like, and then like where does the line where's the line in the sand? Where does one end and the other one start? So apparently, oh, I just read that. Mm. Anyway, I'm gonna read that. That's gonna be fun. This is what I do. I like someone will say something and I'll be just like, oh, I don't know the answer to that. And I'll go on a wormhole for it'll be something like Pythagoras's theorem. I I'll go read up on that. I'll forget it probably. But I'll be really interested. Any other questions? I don't know if I've answered. I've done some politician palm off answers on those questions. Awesome. Um, what was I going to say about? There's so many cool different types of breath work that you can do. So has anyone ever heard of Wim Hof? Yeah. So so Wim he's got an app too. Yeah, cool, Joe. Um, so he's got a cool app. I've done a few training courses. One of my friends is a yeah in ice water. You know, I've actually so I did some work with a friend of mine. Your sister made you do it before. Oh yeah, before swimming in the cold. Yeah, cool. So one of my friends, Hewan, he's a instructor for Wim Hof. He's done some research on uh not full immersion, and so I think you get a greater like if you can handle the stress, and you've acclimatized and you can do the work. If you can get up to your neck in ice water, like that's really you get a lot of benefit um, out of that. But uh, some of the stuff that we did together, we did some standing in just cold tap water with some fibromyalgia patients. So we're very sensitive skin, very sensitive muscles and joints, uh, to the point of pain. She hadn't done Spark and she hadn't worked through that. So this is a few years ago. So I wonder, yeah, Terry, it actually was. You're up to a lukewarm shower. Yeah. So the cool thing, so this one person that I'm thinking of in particular that we did the work with, she stood in a bucket just with cold tap water, and that was awesome because she had a stress response. Her stress response, her fight, flight, freeze response in that bucket was the same from outside and from questioning that other people were experiencing going up to the neck in ice water. And I think my criticism, and I'm almost positive there's data on this. I just kind of don't care. Um, my anecdotal evidence is that if it's okay, if it's not harmful, but it's stressful and it's cold, you're going to get a positive benefit from it. But I think that you'll graduate out of the cold buckets quickly. And if you live in Tasmania, we've got beautiful oceans to stand or swim in. I was just up. Yes, that's it. Yeah. So and you burn like you can metabolize that brown fat when you get up to the neck. I've heard Huberman talk about it. Not swimming in a Tamar though. Yeah. So yeah, why is that? So why does no one do that? Is that like gross? Probably just gross. Not swimming in the Tamar. I was just in Brisbane yesterday. Yeah, I loved it, Marg. It was so nice. You know, it was yeah, full of silt, probably. Um, this is gonna sound funny. Philly's not on the call. She can watch the recording. Um, but I really enjoyed not not being oh, how do I say this without saying like a douche? I loved just having me and the girls and not Phil. You know, like just I think we really connected. It was really beautiful, really nice. Um, when Philly was at her conference, the girls and I were just having yeah, it was super quality dad time. It was really really fun. We had some beautiful memories. It was really nice. So we did go to Wet and Wild. I told you last week we were going to go to Wet and Wild. We went there, and I think my kids are about 3 or 4 years too young. Like they didn't enjoy it as much as Philly and I. So my oldest is nearly 12, and my youngest is about to turn 9. So 9 and 12. So when I was 9, I would have had an absolute blast. I would have run away from my family. I would have my parents wouldn't have seen me till the end of the day, like as a 9 or a 10-year-old. I would have just been off. Kids, I think kids are a bit different. Maybe the world is a little bit different. My kids are different to me anyway. Big kids definitely had fun. Okay, so with the cold water thing, we just pulled down our outdoor above ground pool. So I'm working out how to get the benefit using the shower. Any hints? Okay, cool. I love this. So before we moved here out to Port Sorell, where we are now in Tassie, I used to do the shower thing, um, and that was really cool. Before I got into beach, I did the shower thing, and so then I realized beach is awesome. Beach is fun. Get off the rock, Chris. Go for swims. Um, so you can do either. So shower is awesome. I think starting a day with a shower, like a 30-second shower in the morning, it uh, this is my personal opinion, but I love it. I think it's amazing. I don't do that anymore. I do ocean.
So with the shower, Chris, do you start like I said off sort of lukewarm? Yeah, do you start with a cold shower, and get hotter, and then go colder? What do you how do you
Yeah,
recommend
yeah.
get good benefit?
This is one of those questions that can answer in yes. You know, like you can do whatever you want, but just to give you some direction, sounds like for you, uh, just starting off with a shower, like a nice warm one, and then going into cold will be fine. Like finishing off your shower cold is cool. So when I did strength and conditioning coaching, so I did two professional sports teams. I did Richmond Tigers. Did some strength and conditioning internships up there, and then I did North Queensland Cowboys. And both of those, Richmond was super professional, state of the art, multi-million-dollar facility. Townsville had showers outside. That's all they had. Richmond had a swimming pool that you would. The technique was you do a couple of laps. There was like when you go to the airport and they've got that maze where you line up so you can like fit everybody in. So Richmond had this thing where you'd walk through the pool in a airport security lineup kind of fashion. You do that, and once you get to the end, you jump out, and then you go. You're prescribed according to your. You don't. Yeah, you don't need hot water in Townsville. Definitely not. And then you prescribe like a therapy, and it might be hot cold. So you go into the hot bath. It's kind of like just it's a warm kind of hot pool. Then you get out and you go into a cold pool. and then you've got a set number of, like, the strength and conditioning coach will write you a program. It's like 30 seconds, 30 seconds times 5, and then you go out and you have your protein shake. It's already sitting there. The strength and conditioning coach gives you protein shakes, gives you your supplements. If you're at Essendon, they gave you different types of supplements apparently. But like Richmond was super professional. Townsville, we just like, all right, let's go, and they just ran the showers, and everyone just huddled around in their jocks in the showers. It was awesome. So moral of the story is you can do anything. You can go like super high tech, crazy, hot cold therapy, contrast therapy is what it's called, or you can just like have a shower, finish off with some cold, which is really cool. You, in fact, while you're getting into it, you don't even have to go like fully in. Yeah. Oh, Cradle Mountain Spa has saunas with a cold plunge pool and a beautiful outdoor spa. I want to go. That's awesome. Yeah. So hot shower, finish off with cold. Don't have to go fully immersed. Like, you'll still get a therapeutic benefit if you run it on your legs even. But I think it's better if you can get all in. Um, but get your back. The back is, if you can find a way to work the back into it, like get that low back, like this, that's the money spot right there. Yeah, it is, Marg. Yeah. But it's training, it's training. It's like you go to the gym and you do a bicep curl and you get bigger biceps. You do squats and you get bigger legs. Um, so when you're going hot cold, so contrast therapy, you're stressing yourself out, calming yourself down, stressing yourself out, calming yourself, and so therefore it helps you to get into parasympathetic state easier, better. But it also promotes blood flow as well. So vasodilation. Geez, tonight's testing me. Um, yeah, you get vasodilation. Your veins will and your arteries will open up. You get more blood pumping through, um, which helps you to clear out all the all the crap, all the free radicals. Helps you recover. I know when I was doing this after in strength and conditioning, when I was doing strength and conditioning, I noticed with me and then also talking to my athletes that when we did things like contrast work, so hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, recovery rates and muscle soreness went down. So time to recover and muscle soreness went down. Way. It was super significant. It was crazy. So if you have the time, if you have the space and the resources, to I yeah, why not go for it? It's amazing. I think time is the only thing that's really the big issue. Uh, felt absolutely felt the benefit of swimming in the pool, even though I usually would have cringed at how cold it was. I'm already missing it. Yeah. Today was too numbing, so we called time on the pool. Yeah. As it gets really cold, remember my client with the standing in the bucket. So you're still gonna get a benefit. You're still gonna there is benefits, and I don't know about you. I'm in this until I'm old and I die. I just want to live a healthy life until till the end, you know? So I just don't put too much pressure on myself to be super perfect and um like Huberman, um what's his bucket? Huberman like is no, you got to do this protocol, and when you do it like this, it's like that, and then this is the exact way you have to do it. It's like, yeah, or you could just have fun, just doing it, and you're gonna get a benefit from it. Philly and I are massive fans of 80/20. Just do what you can. Have fun with it. Like literally, like find a way to make the cold water fun. Like, what do you enjoy about it? Of a what? What? What did I say? Did I do a Chris cuss? Of a what? Ah, what do you mean? Of a what? You're a massive fan of a what did I say? Did I say, oh, 80/20? Sorry. Yeah, 80/20. Yeah, I'm a massive fan of 80/20. So Pareto principle. So 80% of the time you just do a awesome stuff. 20% of the time you do not so awesome stuff. I definitely spent 80% of my time eating not so awesome stuff in Queensland. I did reverse Pareto. Uh, and okay, so here we go. For example, how to put this into practice. In my brain dump, I put get serious about eating and cooking, exercise, um, acting, my acting course. Got to do some recording. Relationship with Philly and the girls, business, investments. So therefore, I had a weekend that was I absolutely 100% had an awesome. My pendulum swung to connection and enjoyment, and away from health. 100%. You know, like I wouldn't say I was a absolute turkey turd, but I wasn't my best. And so I brain dumped. I was like, yep, want to get my eating, cooking dialed in. Now I'm back. I'm excited. I'm pumped to do that. Just like I was excited to, what do we even have? A lot of sushi. So it's not awful, but it's like it's not optimal. Um, yeah. Any other questions? Cool. Yeah, we might leave it there, guys. I just got a moustache hair in my mouth. That's probably a good time to end this recording. Hey, that's recorded. So, thanks so much for everyone for jumping on. I will catch you next week. I might be feeling next week, but whatever. See you later.